Welcome back, everyone, for this week's session of A Song at Tara. We are a player short today. Fenna's player is unfortunately ill and will not be joining us, but other than that, we have the, the usual motley crew gathered, and we are getting started a little bit late today, so we're gonna try to do the usual traditional recap swiftly, and I'm hereby handing over responsibility for that to you, Chris.
Of course. Well, last time on the Song at Tara, basically we had some downtime of a fashion with the peace in the city after the end of the vampire's power structure. So a few of us went about gaining new gifts. If I remember correctly, it was Fenner, wasn't it? Who wanted
Fenna and Taran went around getting gifts, I believe.
and I yes, it was Fenner got a gift related um to invisibility through
Yes,
a toad spirit, and
yes,
Taliesin was blessed conditionally with Apecraft's blessing
that
by
was the one.
Dublin
Yeah,
North,
yep,
on the understanding that we as a pack would try and spend some more time actually defending and working in Dublin North.
yes.
Other than that, Connell, who was on his own after having come back into Dublin after his several-day tantrum, had
Yes,
run into someone had basically gone to him while he was in a bar and explained to him that Fedder's missing friend was located at an orphanage, was being cared for there, but was in a bit of a weird way. Connell went there to check on things, despite intimidating a few people by his presence, and found Nala?
Nala. Yep.
Nala, who seemed to be suffering from the condition of stigmata, very similar to one of our unknown NPCs in the sort of the handout section, Gina Masterson. Um, why this is the case, we don't know. We also know that she has almost total amnesia. Doesn't know who she is, and about her family or her friends. She barely knows about sort of how she got to where she was. She just remembers a train yard. And then we all kind of ended up gravitating back towards the sept, although along the way a few things did happen to the rest of the group who were doing their gift hunting. We passed by a bookstore while in the Umbra, and we noticed a history book detailing American immigrants in the 19th century, which unmistakably had a picture of Una, bleeding paws, in it, which is very strange considering that, as far as we're aware, she is not immortal and wasn't recorded there before, so there's a good chance that her journey with the sept into the Flux realm has somehow sent her back about 150, 160 years into the past, which is depressing. But then this is a world of darkness. Depressing is kind of part of the course. We also sat and splashed a bit with Liffey because we're fickle guru like that. We all made our way back to the sept, where a few of us went off with Nala to do some stuff, leaving Connell and Shiva alone. And Shiva, without mincing words, told Connell to get back in line or else there'd be trouble. Connell tried to do his usual, not taking shit from anybody in authority, because fuck authority, and Shiva didn't back down. Which leads us to the current situation where we're not entirely sure how Connell's going to react.
Indeed, that was the great big cliffhanger last time. So, without further ado, take it away. Let's start with the situation in the green. In fact, that sounds like that seems like the um, optimal place to begin.
Mm-hmm.
So we return to the stare down.
The stare down, yes. And for a moment, Shiva isn't quite sure whether or not Connell is going to pounce. Every muscle in his body is tensing up, and you see his knuckles going white as his hands hang on to the bench, and then he starts chuckling.
Okay.
Uh,
She looks very surprised at that.
And he looks up at Fenna. He rises from his bench. Shiva, of course. He rises from the bench, and he starts walking away. And as he does so, he turns around and looks at Shiva again. And he says, "The irony of this whole thing, Shiva, is that I came back to Dublin fully prepared to play ball." And with that, unless Shiva intends to stop him, he leaves the green.
I think she says, as he said, that probably half to him, half to herself. Well, I suggest you do that then.
Cool.
Right. And then, Heine and I have already talked about what happens, and we move on to Taran and Tally.
Yes. It's a bit of an awkward situation considering that the main sort of what to do regarding Nala was centered around Fenna being present to look after her friend, but
Well,
with her player.
you can basically what we can say is that you have taken Nala somewhere safe, and probably in this case that would be to Kat's flat, because that's where Fenna lives. So you've taken her there, and Fenna has stayed there with her for the time being.
That seems fair.
Because, well, Nala isn't doing terribly well.
Okay. Is you okay with that, Taran?
Yep.
Good. Well,
Okay.
then in that case, you are now outside that flat, and you are... well, what do you want to do?
That was a turn for the weird.
That's certainly one way of putting it.
It sounds kind of flat after all we've seen.
How do you mean?
With all the stuff we've seen.
Yeah.
It's weird that I'm calling that the turn for the weird.
Life has a way of surprising you at every turn, I find.
We should probably find out what he did to her at some point. Ugh.
You have an idea who did it then?
She was talking about the angel.
Yeah.
We already know about one woman running around in Dublin with the same kind of holes in her hand. And she's around an angel a lot.
Yes. Although if we go directly to her, the angel might see it as a threat and react badly.
I know. It could also be the surgeon. He's doing weird stuff to people too.
Possibly.
But she was talking about angels, so maybe they're all connected. I don't really know.
The way I see it, we've got 3 directions we can go in right now. We still have no idea when if the Sept are ever coming back, or when they're coming back. And I don't think there's any way we can find out in the future. We can try and find out if we can find anything more about Una, and why she's appearing in the 19th century in America. We can follow the lead on the angel, or we can follow the lead on the surgeon. And right now it's just you and me.
And Shiva, and maybe Connell.
Yes, but they're not right here right now.
That's true.
Let's try and meet up with them. We'll work better as a team on this.
Yep.
We go forth to find the others.
Endured.
Well, wouldn't it be easier if they go to an apartment and call them there, so we don't have to talk about weird stuff in public?
Maybe.
Who's squeaking?
Yeah. Yeah, all right, we'll do that then. Good suggestion.
Right.
So which apartment do we go to?
I don't know.
Because we can either go to Taran's or we could pop into. We might be able to use Mary's, as in is it the Morrigan's apartment, or we could use Tally's mum's place.
We should probably go for the Morrigans of Taran's then.
Yep. Okay.
Not that his mom isn't great and all, but seeing them come and go there a lot could put her in danger.
Yeah. We'll do the Morrigans.
Though there's no vampires left in the city, there are still other people we don't really like.
Okay, so I think I would like to try going to the Morrigan's apartment if possible, and I send a text to Shiva, and I sent a text to Shiva saying, we want to get into Mary's apartment. Can you get us in?
It doesn't take long, and you get a text back saying, "Shall I just leave the cairn then?"
It's daytime. It's daytime
yeah.
for the record. So.
Tally's replies there says, "Should be fine. It should be fine for now."
Okay. I guess Shiva goes to meet them at the apartment.
Yeah. While you do that, Taran. Just as Tally picks up the phone to call, and he's on the phone with Shiva, you have a moment where it's like your eyes glaze over, and you're a million miles away, sort of. I'm sure we've all tried that.
On several locations, yes.
Yeah, that whole your mind is wandering and you're completely out of you can't focus on anything, and people can be talking to you, you don't hear anything. That's what happens to you. Suddenly, you are standing. You've seen this place before. It's in the Umbra. And it's near the green. It's near St. Stephen's Green. You can see the green from where you're standing. It's night. This is it's very quiet. You can't see any spirits. This place is normally crawling with wild spirits. You can't see or hear anything. It feels cold and empty, and yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you do?
Am I still standing there?
Yeah.
What
do you do?
She starts wandering around, wondering what the hell is going on.
Yeah. Where do you go more specifically? Do you go
She heads towards the cairn.
Yeah, okay. You get closer, you get all the way up to the gates. There is a distinctly, as I said, a distinctly cold and empty feeling here. There's nothing. It doesn't feel comfortable or friendly or warm or anything of the sort like it used to. And you look up to the Fusilier's archway, which is which is up in the. If you look at the map that you're on now, if you look all the way up in the top left corner of it, then that is the arch. There's a very, very large raven sitting on top of the arch, and it is looking directly at you.
Raven?
It tilts its head slightly to the side as if it's observing you. It's clearly observing you, but there is no blue sheen to its feathers like you've normally seen on Raven. It's it opens its beak. It tries to flap its wings. It opens its beak, and it looks for a moment like it might be about to say something, and all that comes out at first is a caw or a screech. It seems to annoy the raven a little bit, and it tries again, and it says, "These 6 must remain within my eye, or all will wither and die." And it says it over and over again.
What's going on, Raven?
You, just as you say that, the gates to the archway falls towards you. It falls outwards, like it falls off its hinges. Not because somebody's, pushing it or anything. It's just...
No, it's just a cribbit unfolding.
Yeah.
I step over the gates and run inside.
Yeah.
See what the hell happened.
It's dead. There's nothing. There are no spirits, no life, nothing. It's deserted and quiet. It's just a park at night.
She rushes back out to Raven. Who left?
The raven has left. The raven is gone.
Fuck.
You come back around, right around that time. You snap out of it, just as you feel like you've spent 10-15 minutes with this, but as you come back, you realize that Tally is just hanging up his phone.
Okay. I think the only thing, because she's still in there, is yelling, "Who the hell left?" Looks around, stares at him, then goes, "Ask her to stay there. We need to meet there right now."
Well, okay, fine. What the hell happened? He says as he starts typing in the number again.
I saw something, and the entire cairn was dead. Someone had left, and everything withered and died.
Oh, for Christ's sake, we can't do anything, can we? He's starting to run, even as he's putting the phone to his ear.
Taran is already gone.
Yeah? What is it telling?
Change of plan. Taran's had some vision shit of the cairn being dead.
What?
I don't know. It's bad juju. Just stay where you are. We're coming to you.
Okay, but Connell just left.
Oh, fuck. Fine.
Where did he go? Oh, sorry. You're not on speaker, right?
No, I'm not on speaker, no.
Actually, Tally?
Yeah?
I think Connell and I, you could call it, have had a disagreement.
Right.
Perhaps you should put Taran to what's finding him, because I don't know where he went. I guess she can use facial recognition software or something, right?
Alright, I'll get her on that. We need to get to you first, though.
I'll stay here.
Okay, good. Keep an eye out for anything at all.
Should I go to the Umbra?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll be arriving in the Tellurian, though.
Should I wait for you then, or should I just go?
Just go and then. Well, good point, well made. Shit, I don't know. Stay.
I'll
Okay.
go. I'll go and I'll just I'll go change at that place. I don't know where place, but somewhere remote. So if I get stuck, you can find me. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
keep running.
Yep. Well, you make it back there in fairly short order.
Shall I roll?
Yes, you shall roll. You
Um,
shall, in fact, you shall do the roly thingy.
So Shiva goes to insert remote area that we agreed upon to shift onto the Umbra.
Yes.
What is the difficulty? Is just 6?
5. You're close to the cairn, so.
No.
Ooh, nice.
I succeed.
That's pretty good. you get swoop. You get into the Umbra with absolutely no difficulty whatsoever. You are now standing. Yes, you are looking at the cairn. And well, you're looking at St. Stephen's Green, obviously, but that's the location of the cairn. And you are what's it called? It looks normal.
I call out to Raven.
No answer.
I figured, but it's worth trying.
Absolutely.
Shiva doesn't move, but she keeps calling with regular intervals.
Yeah. But you're staying where you are.
Yeah, because that's why I agreed to meet.
Yeah. You realize pretty quickly that not only does Raven not answer, you can't actually see any spirits.
Uh-oh. Alright. Shiva takes out her phone.
Yep.
And she removes the auto-locking on it. Then she writes a message on it, not to anyone, just, at the template.
Yes.
Saying, I can't see any spirits, I've gone around to look, and then she leaves it at the place. So hopefully they should be able to see the message.
Yes.
Because the phone doesn't lock automatically anymore.
Oh, right. Clever. Very clever. Yes.
Clever girl.
Definitely. Well, you go around looking, and the other two arrive at the same place. Just for shits and giggles, let us say that the place in question is up the fire escape and then up to the roof of the RCSI, which is the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, which is literally overlooking the green, and it's also the building from which Eric jumped out when he helped you guys back in the day of your rite of passage, which feels like it was forever and ever ago, doesn't it?
It does. Is that actually outside of the green then?
Yes, it's literally right on the other side of the street from.
Well, okay, that just scares me, considering that it's not inside the green. But fair enough. Okay, so she's obviously gone in at this point, and we get there. So Taliesin's in a bit of a bind at the moment as Alpha, because he wants to send Taran to look for Connell, but he also knows that if there's any trouble in the Umbra, she's the only one who can actually communicate with spirits.
Yes.
So he's a bit stuck.
What was the plan, Tally? If someone is leaving and it isn't Shiva, then it must be Connell.
Say that again, please. I didn't actually hear that properly.
The Raven said everyone had to stay within his eye or everything would wither and die. Shiva is obviously not the one who left. Benna is still with her little friend back at the apartment. We are here. She said Connell left.
Shit.
We need to find Connell and drag his sorry ass back here.
Alright. Can you manage that? You're better, aside from Fenny, you're the best at tracking people out of all of us.
She starts searching for his car. That's the easiest thing.
Yep.
Tell her the thing Shiva told you to tell her.
What was the thing Shiva told me to tell her?
Shiva suggested perhaps using facial recognition software to look at the cams around the city.
I mentioned that to Taran.
Yes.
and she is looking for him.
Yes.
But if he's taking his car to leave, then
Yep.
finding him speeding somewhere would be easier.
Well, I think
Katie,
I think the easiest way to put this is to say that you see, as as you search, you see the arse end of his car, heading down to the docks.
What the fucking fuck is he doing?
to the docks then.
No, Taran. You need to get into the Umbra after Shiva and help her out. You're the only person among us who can speak to the spirits. I'll go after him.
All right. Here she hands him his her phone that's already tracking him.
Thank you.
And
no,
also
it isn't. No, it isn't. It's a burner phone, so we established last time that
Yeah.
she can't track
It's
those.
tracking his
it's not
car.
his phone she's tracking.
It's
Or
it's
him.
car.
It's the
okay.
car. Yeah,
cool.
she's using the cameras to track the car.
I was
Yep.
confused by what
No
AJ
problem.
said.
Yes. Maybe Connell
No
should burn the car.
But, and as you take the phone, she starts to cuss that you didn't put one of her GPS trackers in Connell.
Ew.
When you say in Connell,
Ew.
On Connell.
on Connell,
better.
okay.
I wrote the last thing she did was make small GPS trackers
Yep.
so it would be easier to find people.
Yes, the thing, however, that I heard was also that you said that you regretted not putting one in him, which like you.
I meant on him,
Yeah,
such a little
yeah,
sticker
yeah.
thing, so she would have an easier time finding him.
No problem.
Yes.
Anyway,
What was it?
you
Yeah, so-
Tally is running.
Like the absolute clappers.
Yes, he's running hell for leather towards the docks.
Let's hope that those 3 points in stamina are actually worth anything.
Yes. And
Go, Tally, go!
And in the meantime, I need to see a roll for crossing into the Umbra for
Let that in.
Taran. Ooh,
Oh
that's
my.
a little too close for comfort, but you do get in. That was ouch.
That was 2 successes.
Yeah, it is.
Yowcha!
Yep. Well, 2 1s as well. So ow.
Yowzer.
But, yes, but you do get in there, so no problem.
I just imagine the journey being very
It's a
quick.
little
but-
hurry.
Yeah. I just imagine
she doesn't have time to be gentle about it.
No.
She is forcing her way in, which sounds a little sexual, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Yep. Anyway, you get in. It takes a little longer than it did for Shiva, but you get in and you see her phone lying there on the roof of the RCSI with that message on it.
Taran looks at it, looks up, looks around. Fine then. Shiva! And then she starts running around.
Yes.
Well,
Shiva,
actually, she turns into lupus and then she starts sniffing out spirits.
Okay, well, do you call out to Shiva first, or...
She starts calling out to Shiva, yeah.
Okay, well, Shiva, you can hear that because it's really, really quiet around here, so you actually hear her calling to you.
I think Shiva. What do you call that? A pifte?
Wolf whistles.
The wolf whistles back.
Very, very apropos.
Not in the kinda. I just.
No, I know, but
saw-
seeing as you are a wolf, then yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, wolf whistling. Well, now we know what it's called and why it calls dogs back to you.
Yeah. Yes.
True. So, yep, there you go. You.
And I go in the direction of the sound.
Yes. All right. You lead up.
turns back to a
Taran.
woman.
Where's Tally?
He ran after Connell. I had a vision about the caern being dead, and Raven didn't have his sheen around him anymore, going that all 6 needs to remain under my eye, otherwise everything else will wither and die.
That's gonna be
And the
kinda hard.
caern was dead, you were here, Fenna with her friends, Tally with me, who could leave then?
Well, Taran, did it specifically say all 6? Because that's going to be very difficult then.
Well, Aaron never left.
I guess.
He were meant to die there, as Raven's conclusion were for the last one, right?
I guess. Yeah, I'll
So-
go with that.
So Aaron stayed here, but if Connell is leaving, last we saw his ours end of his car going to the docks. Tally ran down there.
Fucking idiot. I'm going to neuter him so we don't have to deal with his macho bullshit anymore.
Why don't we just chain him up? It would be easier way to keep him here.
I prefer neutering.
Maybe we can borrow Eric's fucking cage.
Anyways, the place is, well, dead.
Taran looks over at the cairn. No, it's not dead yet, but it's getting there. Let's see if we can find any spirits at all.
Yeah, you lead the way.
Taran starts rushing.
Well, you find. Do you go into the green, or do you go around the
Yeah.
green, or?
She goes into the green.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you get to the center of St. Stephen's Green, where the heart of the cairn is located, and you haven't seen a single spirit on the way there. But as you cross over the small bridge, and as you do. As you do that, you see a, well, I'd say a familiar spirit, but at least one spirit that you've seen before in the shape of the blood wolf, lying in the middle of the cairn.
Oh,
When you say lying, do you mean resting or
Yes,
dead?
no, he's resting and he's looking directly at you as you arrive.
At least there's someone here.
she blinks. Obviously not expecting him to lay in the middle of everything.
Yep.
Why are you in here?
Because somebody has to be.
Thanks.
And there's
Where are
nothing
everyone else?
There is nothing else and nobody else here.
Why?
Somebody left.
So they all left?
Raven doesn't give prophecy without it being true. Somebody left Dublin.
Oh.
Aww.
It's already happened, hasn't it?
Well, this cairn has stood for 1,000 years. I suppose all things must come to an end.
Taran just plops down, falls over, and stares up in the air.
Shiva looks like she's about to scream in frustration.
You were given a simple job by Raven, and you failed.
Ugh. I don't know. I guess even Raven can't foresee that level of idiocy.
I think, the Blood Wolf says and gets up, I think the term is, even Raven couldn't foresee.
Those are very loaded words.
Look around you. Does this look like a cairn to you?
I'll be honest, I don't exactly know what a cairn is supposed to look like. I've only seen this one, but it doesn't look like it usually does.
Well then, that might be because there isn't one here. Isn't that incredible? You win the greatest victory for Gaia in Dublin in as long as the city has existed. And then you piss it away. He starts plodding away from the cairn, well, from the green.
Taran,
What?
where was Connell?
What?
Where was Connell?
I told you he was heading to the docks.
Shiva starts moving. I am going to kill him.
Isn't that a little too late now? If this looks like this, the Blood Wolf is right in what he says. Connell is no longer in fucking Dublin. Taran
No,
gets up,
Taran.
follows.
No, Taran. He left Dublin and came back.
You think that's the reason?
Yeah. That fucking impulsive idiot has ruined everything. As if the situation wasn't bad enough.
Perfect.
What does that make us? Are we, what, free agents now?
I have no idea, Shiva. In reality, I don't really care.
I guess that's true.
We
Shiva
have
starts
nothing
walking
they
off
can
again.
come back to.
Sorry?
We have nothing they can come back to.
Shiva starts walking off again.
Taran gets up and follows.
Yep. Okay. Well, in the meantime, while you walk away, let us switch over to Tally, who is Tally is he reaches he reaches the docks where he sees Connell's car.
But not Connell.
No. It's parked. But that's it.
To be honest, I'm not quite sure what Taliesin does at the moment because Taliesin's player is a little bit catatonic. God fucking damn it. I know you're in character, but I swear to God, if you keep this up, I'm actually going to come over to Denmark just to kill you.
Whoops. Yep.
Okay. I look for any sign of him at all around Like, if he's near the docks, is there like a ship he's trying to get on, or is he
You mean the
swimming?
Ship, you mean the ship that is now about 5 minutes away from the pier,
Yes, that one.
heading off towards Liverpool?
Am I in a secluded area?
No.
Fuck. No phone, nothing in the car to indicate.
Yes, the telephone is there.
I checked the telephone.
It looks, well, he's turned it off, but
Um, I mean, Homid, I can't smell anything in Homid really, like a wolf can I?
No.
And I can't change. Okay. Taliesin falls to, well, he doesn't fall to his knees actually, he staggers like he's drunk. His hand squeezing around the phone. I doubt in Homid he's strong enough to crush it, but he's making a damn good go of it, and under his breath he is, while he's sort of shaking his head shakily, just the constant sound of him very quietly but very passionately just going fuck.
yes.
And then finally, shivering with rage, yells out to the heavens and throws Connell's phone with all his might in the direction of what I assume is the river. Actually, no. He thinks about throwing it into the river mouth, realizes that throwing it into the Liffey, turns and just hurls it at Connell's car.
Yep. Well, that busts up the telephone and makes a dent in the rather nice car.
Yeah, the phone. Connell obviously doesn't need it. And as for his car, I will piss on it for all I care about him at the moment.
Yes.
Fuck your Impala. I assume if there's people nearby, they're either turning and thinking, what the fuck's he doing, or they're walking away. Because at this point, Taliesin then also starts... I think, how tall would the car be? Is the car tall enough that I could theoretically rest my arms on the roof of it?
Yes. Yes.
And punching the top of the roof then,
Yeah.
while yelling and cursing Connell with the most creative Welsh
Wow.
swear words.
That's both lengthy and entirely devoid of vowels.
I'm telling him things like he should go finger his grandmother, and that he's
Oh my god!
a man-grabbing, sheep-shagging son of a whore. And
Oh my goodness. Okay, yes. Connell is in the doghouse. Clearly. Pun intended. I don't think you're helping, Heine.
Connell will only be in the doghouse if I should ever catch up with him. And after getting the rage out of his system, possibly scaring off half of the people around the dock in general.
Yep. You do. Let's just say you do attract some attention.
Legal attention? Are there coppers?
Some guards, certainly. You've just vandalized a car.
In that case, what do I do? Mm-hmm. I explained to them that the car belonged to a friend, and that friend has just responsible for some very bad stuff.
They just look at you with this slightly disbelieving facial expression and say, well, that's as may be, but not here, and you've just done damage to this thing, so can we see some ID so that we can, inform the owner of where he can seek recompense, or do we need to call the Garda? You do notice that they kind of keep their distance.
Yeah, Tally doesn't have any kind of ID on him. With that in mind, great. God damn it! I don't know what to do.
We can give you some time to think about it and hop back to the others.
Yeah, leave me on a cliffhanger and I'll have some time to think.
Yeah, sure. We'll leave you on a cliffhanger and go back to the other two.
What is the fastest way to get to the docks from the green?
Well, let's take a look at the map. Why don't we? It's not actually that far, you see. I am just swapping you over to the... not like that. Like so.
Let's see, the green is... Why am I so bad at finding stuff on this map?
Right in the middle, actually.
There it is, there it is. And the dock is...
Actually, the dock is slightly outside this map. I probably need to move you over to this one. Sorry about that.
The bigger map.
Yes, the bigger map, because then I
Big
can. Well, it's not a bigger, but it's slightly different.
Zoomed out.
Yes, because the point is that here I can actually ping the area you need to go to. Far more easily. And let's see, shift ping, you need to go here.
Alright, and the green is by the college?
Green is no, it's on the south side. That's the thing. It is down here. This is not being very cooperative right now. I'm sorry, guys. It's down here around. It's actually right by the Viking Splash Tours, because that leaves from the north side of the green. So you need to go from where the Viking Splash Tours is right there and up to here.
So would driving be the fastest way to get there?
Yes, it would.
In that case, Shiva gets a cab.
Well, there are plenty of those. You get into a taxi. Well, you are
Is
still
Taran
in
fast enough to follow?
the problem, of course, is you're still in the Umbra, so you can't get into a taxi until you get out.
I was gonna say if you find a taxi in the Umbra, don't get into it.
No, I have actually forgotten I hadn't said I wanted to get out yet.
It's no problem.
Would it... Can I estimate whether it would be faster to get out, get a cab and drive there, or run there in Lupus form? In the Umbra, of course.
In the Umbra, where there's no traffic whatsoever, it would probably be roughly around the same time.
In that case, it's easier to just run there in Lupus form.
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys both
Running,
go.
I keep on running.
You both go lupus and belt it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You are running as fast as you possibly can towards Dublin Port, and
Ooh, right idea.
In fact, I'm going to give you guys a link, which might help you a little bit if you click on that thing.
I will click on that thing.
Oh, I had a bright idea.
Because that is a Google Maps thing,
Yeah.
which shows you you have the green
Mm-hmm.
and you have Dublin Port both listed, so you have a better idea of the.
That we do.
And yes, I have an idea or an idea that I am going to use some of those maps for set them up in the game because they're quite good.
They are.
Oh, I have a bright idea, guys.
Yeah.
Lithic connects directly to the ocean.
Yeah.
Yes, she's also horribly infested with yuck.
That is true. But maybe if we give her enough power around the right area.
I mean, I assume we would drain ourselves before we reach the ocean.
Well, anyway, guys,
People, are you polluting?
yeah,
Yep.
good question. You get to the port, and well, you are still in the Umbra, obviously, but you could get out when you're there. It's not difficult finding a place in the Umbra where you could change into Homid and leave the Umbra without being noticed.
Shiva does this at the first, even slightly concealed place.
Yes.
She has very little fucks to give.
Yes, yes.
So she
Look
does
yonder
notice as well,
upon ye field in which I grow mine fucks. Behold and see that it is barren.
right? Yep.
Yes. Do they? Sorry.
What is difficulty?
Difficulty here is 7.
Eh,
This is an
then I
industrialized
still managed
area.
to get 3.
One
One
success.
Good. Well, it takes a while, but you do get out.
Taran has
Taran just keeps belting toward the ducks.
Yes.
As does Shiva when she eventually gets out.
Yes. Not a problem. You
And if Telly still wants saving, we could always arrange for me to conveniently come by.
That would be nice, considering.
yes, that was actually kind of the idea that yes.
Yes. How many other people apart from these 2 dock guards are around Taliesin at this point?
At this point,
Yes, at this point.
2 dock guards and well, there are a couple of onlookers further away, but that's it.
It's not worth changing into Krenos, not really.
Also,
it's
remember, you're a child of Gaia. You don't actually make everyone scared.
Yep, there's no delirium for a child of Gaia.
I did not know that. That's actually quite interesting.
There are not. So it wouldn't
Say my
actually
name
help
3
anyone.
times.
That is true.
In that case, Taliesin really doesn't see any other way out of this. I don't believe I could run.
Mm.
Which is right around the time when Shiva arrives.
Do I arrive behind the guys? Or from
To
its direction?
the side.
Alright. And can I hear what they're talking about?
Yeah.
At least get a
yeah,
gist of it?
Yeah, you get the gist that apparently Tally has done something bad to the car and the owner needs to be informed.
Yeah, Shiva marches right on ahead, right up to them and says, "You guys need to go away before I rip your spine out your bumhole." Do I make myself clear?
They take one look at you and they go, "Okay, miss, we're leaving, okay? Just take it easy." Right? And they start backing off.
And then Shiva turns around and walks, towards Taliesin, towards the dog, and just says, "Follow."
He does. He's angry, but he doesn't realize. He doesn't know quite why she's angry yet. Obviously, as they're walking, Taliesin just says, He's on that ship. He's out to sea already.
Whenever Taran gets here, I need her to stop it so we can get there and kill him. And then she stops as she realizes Taliesin doesn't know the whole situation and looks at him.
Yes, I'm about to say, before you do this, I know this is a bit metagaming, so I apologise to the
Sure.
storyteller. Do you really want to tell Taliesin, considering that it might actually dissuade him from doing anything?
Well, the thing is, Shiva is ever so slightly angry right now.
Just a little. Just a little.
I think she's beyond angry. She may be in the stage of wrath that leaves one pretty insane at this point. So
Pretty much.
okay, so carry on then.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk against you, lady. Just move on.
Move along, move along.
Connell left Dublin. And as a result of that, he killed the cairn. It's gone.
Yeah, Tally stops.
And Shiva turns around and starts walking again. She doesn't actually have time to wait for him. She needs to catch a ship.
Yeah. Tally stops very briefly and then continues, realizing that he needs to have his moment of boil over on the move.
It
Just
is.
hit his car completely. Come on, do it. Push it in the water.
It is.
No, wait. That would be littering. Destroy it.
I'm not littering in Liffey.
It's
No.
about. It's a.
Murder it.
For the record, the ship is now about 8 minutes out. Ain't no damn way you guys are gonna catch up by swimming. It's much too fast.
Okay.
No, that is why Taran is headed directly for the nearest boat.
That's a good idea. I think at this point she was Dutch looking for Taran.
While you guys do that, Heine, yo, on a completely different, in a completely different place and on a completely different level.
Yep.
Yes, you receive a text message.
I read the text message.
Yes, saying that you are needed at the station house for an important assignment.
I grab my jacket and leave. At this point, is it safe to assume that Aideen is away at college?
Aideen is away at college at this point. Actually, the point is, at this time you are in Cork because you haven't been able to because remember, Duracell only came down like yesterday.
That's true. Okay,
so
cool.
you're in Cork. You get called in there.
Cool.
But Aideen
Cool.
has been accepted into what's it called? Trinity College, which is the reason for why she has already gone there and has already settled into an apartment in Lytton Lane.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Well, you get you get that text message.
Grab my jackets and leave wherever I'm staying. It's probably a small, even smaller apartment, and go down to the car and drive off.
Yep. Well, you get there in short order. Arrive at the station house. Obviously, you're a well-known face there, so everybody is not when you pass them by or say hello or good morning or something. And as usual, there are a few quivering individuals, but
Sure.
most of them, they're kind of used to you. So yeah. You get to the office of your of the station commander, and yeah, Do you knock on the door, or do you just
I do.
open? Okay, you knock first. Well, and sir,
Open the door. Good morning, sir.
good morning. You know, I've been contacted through some fairly circumspect means. Seems there's been I don't know if you've followed the news or anything, but there's been that whole feckin' mess up in Temple Bar up in Dublin. And they can't keep their shite straight. Lots of people died, and very messy situation. So they've basically been asking for they need reinforcements, and they've been calling them in from all over Ireland. Now I know, because you've been talking about it for 2 weeks, moping, quite frankly, that
Sorry, sir.
that your girlfriend has gone off to study at Trinity College. So here's the thing: I've put you up for a transfer to Dublin. And I can still withdraw it if you're
No,
not
no.
interested.
That won't be necessary, sir.
All right.
When do I leave?
Well, I expect that, quite frankly, I have a very hard time believing this isn't going to go through. Mostly based on the return email saying, yes, please. So I'm fairly sure you're going to get the official nod probably within a day or two. But if I were in your shoes, I'd just, go clean off your desk, pack everything up, get your arse into your car and get off to Dublin.
Very good, sir. Will do.
Yeah.
It's been an honor, sir.
Likewise. Now, go catch some bad guys.
I bolt out the door
No problem.
and head off north
Yes.
to Dublin.
Yes. So you get into your car probably smiling more than you have for several days.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. That's just a small intermezzo there, obviously, but that puts you on the road to Dublin at least.
Oh, very cool.
And while we do that, we're heading back to the others again. And
No. What the actual and legitimate fuck is going on? I think we need a break. Please?
all right. Well, you
Time
know
out!
what? You're
Time
right.
out! We need a
You're
regrouping!
right.
What the
we
fuck?
have played for an hour. Let's take a break right here, shall we? And come
Thank
back in a
you.
moment with more A Song of Tara.